it's Lowdown and I'm back here with another video now. More news on the heavyweight division. I'm going to talk about Dillian Whyte, who recently went on Sky Sports and proclaimed that he wants to fight Alexander Povetkin next. Recently, Dillian Whyte went out and he put a post up on his social media saying that he wanted to know who the fans would rather him fight, whether it be Andy Ruiz or Alexander Povetkin. He said that he was up for fighting both of them. And Dillian Whyte has he's come out, I think it was yesterday actually, and said that he'd like to take on Alexander Povetkin, considering that it's probably a much easier fight to make. Andy Ruiz fights for the PBC, fights for Al Heyman, whereas Alexander Povetkin has been on a few matchroom cards now. I don't think that would be a difficult fight to make for him. But is Dillian Whyte getting Povetkin at the right time? I saw Povetkin last time out against Michael Hunter, and he definitely looked a lot more vulnerable than usual. He looked a lot more vulnerable than he has in the past. I know that he lost to Anthony Joshua, but before then, he was giving Anthony Joshua a torrid time. And against Michael Hunter, it seemed that he was more than happy to see the bell. So this could be the perfect time for Dillian Whyte to take on Povetkin. Povetkin is still a dangerous operator. He's got the credentials. He's up there. He's done everything that needs to be done at heavyweight, and he's still a top quality operator. So it would be a good name for Dillian Whyte to get on his resume. But I'm just wondering whether it's the right time for Dillian Whyte to take on Povetkin now. When you look at the Hunter fight, you would say so. I mean, I think that Povetkin, even though he is still a top quality operator, I think he struggled a lot in that Michael Hunter fight. And I thought he was lucky to get the draw, as did many other people. So it wasn't a robbery, but I do think that he was lucky to get the draw in that one. And yeah, the time might be right. It could be a good strategic move for Dillian Whyte as he sits and waits for this world title shot with the WBC. He's going to have to keep himself active, but he's not shying away from the challenges, man. Dillian Whyte is taking on somebody that is in the top 10 of the heavyweight division, that has been up there, has fought the best that there is to offer. And yeah, he's still knocking around. So Povetkin is a bit older now. And yeah, Dillian Whyte will look at it like maybe he could use this as a motivation fight to, get in shape and, put on a great performance. But yeah, it's not a foregone conclusion whatever happens, because Povetkin still does have the talent. He still does have the ability to defeat Dillian Whyte for sure. So I believe that Whyte would go in there as the favourite, but I wouldn't rule out Povetkin by any means, especially in the heavyweight division as well. I mean, anything could happen in this division. So yeah, what are your thoughts on Dillian Whyte against Alexander Povetkin, man? But for me, personally, I would have rather fought Andy Ruiz. If I had a choice, then I would have picked Andy Ruiz, because I think that Ruiz would have caused Dillian Whyte a bit more problems than Povetkin at this stage. I think that his hand speed would have gave Dillian Whyte a lot of trouble, and I think that his pressure might have gave Dillian Whyte trouble as well. I would like to see how Dillian Whyte would fight under pressure from somebody like Andy Ruiz, who doesn't take a backward step. Dillian Whyte rarely takes a backward step, so that would have been a great fight to make. Whereas Povetkin, he's a very good boxer on his feet. He can box, he can go forward, he can brawl at the same time, but I think he's got a bit more variety there, whereas Ruiz would have been, he's a bit younger, he's fresher, and I would have liked to have seen how Dillian Whyte would have handled that. But I'll take Povetkin in the meantime, and we'll see what happens there. But it's looking like that fight will be made for April, and it's looking like Joshua will probably fight Pulev next, and then his WBO belt would likely be vacated for Alexander Usyk to challenge for. So let's see what all happens in this heavyweight mix-up, man. I'm just here to watch it as you guys are. But let me know your thoughts about it anyway in the comment section below. And yeah, drop a comment. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And catch you guys in the next one.